Video games. It's kind of my thing, considering I'm a virgin and I will never feel the touch of a woman. But that doesn't matter when you have a copy of Shrek Super Slam for the PS2. And it just so happens that I collect these games. So I've decided to pull out a few to show you. And why not? Let's start off with Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monster Coliseum. I probably said that wrong. Remember Yu-Gi-Oh? If you don't, then get out. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a card game and it was sick as fuck. Though, just like Pokemon, I almost never knew how to play it. And to avoid embarrassing myself further, I'm not just gonna say anything, other than I smashed a Samsung tablet over Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories on the PlayStation 1. So I at least have enough knowledge to make it a decent bit into that game. But, unlike Forbidden Memories for the PS1, Capsule Coliseum doesn't play like Yu-Gi-Oh! From what I can gather playing it, it plays more like Fire Emblem. Or chess. And I'm not saying this is bad. It's just different. And I hate different because I'm old and I refuse to learn anything new. Now, I don't really play games like Fire Emblem too often, or Advance Wars, or... I was gonna say something there, but I actually have nothing else to say. Which is why I immediately died on the first mission. And after that, I did a little bit of strategizing because, it's a strategy game. And I won, yay. And now I get to mug Joey of half of his Fire Reapers. And I think I'll stop there. I don't really care for this game. Get it out of my face. Okay, so far, not the greatest. I was really hoping a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game would be good. But apparently not. So, let's move on to a game that I consider good. Custom Robo for the GameCube. Now, you may not know anything about Custom Robo, but I have a little history with this game series. All the way back when the DS was like one of the top consoles, I got a hand-me-down from my cousin in Oahu, and it just so happened to come with Custom Robo for the Nintendo DS. I forgot the entire title. Screw off. But honestly, I played the shit out of this game back when I was a kid. Probably because it was the only DS game I had, even though I already had a 3DS. And the funny thing is I still have those hand-me-downs, including the game. It's just too bad my DS Lite's top screen is broken. But when I finally got my hands on a GameCube, I found out this game existed on it, and I was like, I need it. And eventually, I got my hands on it. And you know what? It was worth it. Custom Robo is more of an arena fighter type game. I don't know the actual genre. I think it's like action RPG or something like that. And these battles are really fun. I'm not going to explain it in depth because I'm not that good of a reviewer. But for a basic summary, in battles you have to get your opponent's HP down to 0. That's the simple part. But if you hit them 3 times, they enter a rebirth state where they're invincible for like 5 seconds. I don't know. I don't keep time in my head. And you're equipped with a couple different attacks, such as a dash, which I really like to do for some reason. You also got the gun, the rockets, and the pods. And all of these can be modified by changing your Robo's parts. Like, for example, if you want to shoot more bullets, you have to get the gun that has more bullets in it. If you don't like your pods doing whatever the fuck this is, you can make them do whatever the fuck this is instead. And in order to obtain these parts, you have to win them through battles. Kind of. That part's complicated. I don't know how it works. And the outside areas. Okay, so basically, you're playing as this white-headed white man. He gets hired in this mercenary group made up of that guy and that guy. I don't really remember the characters all too much. Is that Hatsune Miku? But basically, you're going around getting bounties by beating the shit out of everybody with a tiny little robot. And overall, I'd recommend you give the game a try because it's actually really good. But the outside segments? They're kind of boring. But like, a majority of the game is robo fighting, so that makes up for it. Alright, so we talked PS2, we talked GameCube. Let's talk Xbox. Here is State of Emergency, a game surprisingly enough made by Rockstar. You know, the guys who made Grand Theft Auto. The game definitely looks as much. Anyways, hi, my name is Paul, and I'm going to shoot up a mall. But don't actually shoot up the mall, because your objective is not to shoot up the mall. It's actually to beat up the police. Basically, in State of Emergency, you run around, you break shit, you kill cops, and then you do mini objectives, which mostly involve killing other people. It's a high-score arcade-based game, and it's not that bad. That's all I really gotta say about it. It's really simple at its core. And I was gonna play more of it. But for some reason the game soft-locked me here. I only had the option to restart the level. What? Did I not do good or anything? I did all of your objectives. Now shut up and let me move on to the next stage. Well, I guess I'm stuck in the mall, running around like a bull that just saw a red flag. And that red flag was Jet X2O on the PS2. These character designs look like yuck, except for her, because you can't fuck up a goth mommy. So anyways, how's the game? Well, I couldn't play it because I was playing it with one hand. Okay, actually, the game isn't half bad. It's a racing game where you try and pull off as many tricks as possible for a high score. Not that I'm very good at it though, because I still managed 5th place even though I was 2nd in the race, and because of that, I'm flabber. There was not enough space for Gasted. Oh well, I pulled out the GameCube already. Why not pull it out again? Sims 2 Pets. Alright. Oh, I can't save? Why is this game so fucking massive? Well, I might as well do something. My neighborhood name? Skinwalker. Yeah. And now, it's time to make a really terrible house. Great. I love my house. There's no roof to it, though. And ooh, look, a character customizer. Let's see who I make.
Welcome.
And his silly little thing. I didn't name him. Yeah, now I can roam around and do Sims stuffs. Not that I've ever played any Sims game before, so I actually don't know what I'm supposed to do. Anyways, after messing around with my cat and a random bunch of women that just kind of showed up, this is my harem now, I decided I was bored because I can't do anything. And when I'm bored, I like to play Transformers Revenge of the Fallen on PS2. Okay, while this is a licensed game, I actually have a lot of fond memories with this game, although I used to own it on the Wii back then, and now that disc is scratched up because I like to chew on the discs because they were very tasty. So yeah, this game is one of those childhood nostalgia games for me, and I'd say it's fine. It's not the worst thing, but I would rather be playing something else. It's a fairly basic 3D beat-em-up game with some vehicle stages mixed in. You do know they are vehicles after all. But honestly, I actually remember the concept art a lot more. They're sprinkled around the game and you can grab them and they look pretty cool actually. Though if your concept art is better than your game, then you're screwing it up. And I think I'll end it off there. Because that's a lot of games and I can't talk about anymore without losing my fucking brain. And that's only a taste of my collection. It's not like I just have this generation of consoles. It's just the one I decided to talk about. So maybe if I ever make another one, I'll talk about some older consoles or maybe some newer consoles even. And if you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching, because nobody else would. And I hope you liked the video. Or you can hate it. I don't mind. That's your opinion. And if I ever make another video in the future, I hope you like it too. But if you don't like it, I don't know then. Bye.